Hi, everyone. Very good afternoon to all of us here, but probably some of us are in different time zones. So, good morning, good evening. But especially, I just want to greet to all of you students. I would like to give you a warm welcome to your first step of studying in the Netherlands. Well, actually, this could be several steps that you have gone through. You've probably finished your visa applications, getting your LOA, and your scholarships applications. Welcome to the Study in NL Pre-Departure Virtual Briefing 2023. Now, we are so glad to have all of you here with us. But before we start, can anyone just, put a smiley face in the chat box or say a hi or hello? Because in this environment, we can't really interact with one another. I can't even hear how or see how you're doing right now, but just put a chat box, put something in the chat box. All right. And just a little background, okay? We know that some of you already had your very own pre-departure briefing. In fact, some other institution is currently doing their pre-departure briefing, and you've probably done it already with your respective student associations. Now, the past year, we also give pre-departure briefing for Indonesian students who are going to the Netherlands. But that was when we are known only as Nuffic Indonesia. But we have just rebranded ourselves as Nuffic Southeast Asia. And because we want to reach out to more students with more diverse backgrounds and nationalities, such as all of you here. Now, before you actually get into this hop-in platform, you fill out a registration form. And from that form, our team from Nuffic Southeast Asia have actually gathered a huge number of students from 8 different countries. So this year we're doing it big, we're doing it different. So I hope you've actually met some new friends from different nationalities, and we strongly encourage you. And I don't know if you've already tried our networking function, which allows you to have a speed networking session with maybe new friends or eventually new peers that you could meet. And this is important because who knows, some of the attendees here today, some of your friends here today might actually live in the same area as you are, or even might going to the same school together. Trust me, we've seen several universities that you probably going to be together in, maybe same class. But regardless, the aim of today's briefing is from the name itself, we want to share with you exactly what to expect when you step your feet in the Netherlands. And we're happy to share that with you with some of our colleagues from the Erasmus Training Centre. But before we begin, let's have a very, very quick ice-breaking game, yeah? Because I need your enthusiasm and your quick reflex for your answer, and because it's pretty lonely here, and I want to know exactly where you're from. So let's take a look. You see the answers over there? You can actually fill out your the code now. All right, thank you, everyone. The first ice-breaking question. We have 3 questions. Yeah, it's a poll. Now, all right. Okay. I think there's some issue here, but the ice-breaking games is basically just one. There are 3 questions that we'll be asking you. The first one is the questions in front, and the later on is the questions about which universities you're going for. Why is this important? Because like I mentioned you before, some of you might even be in the same class together. Okay, isn't it great if we can already make some friends before we depart, before we embark to our journey, so that you won't feel completely alone in a new country? Because as much as exciting starting a new learning journey can be, we're aware, at least from our part, we understand how tough it can be, how scary it would be to leave everything behind in order to pursue what is it called, your new journey. Maybe you have family. Some of you probably have already married. Some of you just graduated high school. It's just like I just finished one thing and then move on to another. So yeah, this is why we want to play a quick game for a while before we actually pursue with other the real presentations on what to expect. Now, before we begin, I see a lot of smiley faces on the chat. I hope, let me just take a look at it, and maybe can share with me on the chat. All right. Thank you for all the smiley faces, by the way, everybody. Let's take a look at the slides now. The first question would be, give it a second, okay? As per usual. There it is. That is the first question, everybody. What country in Southeast Asia are you from? Like I mentioned before, there are already eight. We gathered eight countries at least from where everybody's from. So let's give it a poll, okay? Is there a time limit? Oh, there's no time limit, so it's quite okay. Can if you cannot if you cannot have an access to the what is it called, the icebreaker game, can you guys maybe give us a heads up on the chat so that we can help you also? All right, Indonesia, a lot of Indonesia. Okay, that's good. 19-second. I'm sure it's not only Indonesia. We saw there were eight countries. I know two countries who are not around, but it cannot only be Indonesian. I know there are Vietnamese. There are those from Thailand also joining us today. There are also one from Malaysia. Okay, but time's up. But so far we only have Indonesian. All right, good, good. Maybe we move on to the next one, yeah? How at which university will you study in the Netherlands? Okay, guys, if you cannot access the poll or the word form, put it in the chat. It's okay. We can see it. We can still see it anyways. If you can't see it, just put it in the chat. It's no problem there. Which university will you be going to? The polls is accessed in the stage section. Okay, if you can't, don't worry. Just answer it in the chat button. A lot of you are typing there, so it's okay. Put it in. I'll read it anyway. Oh, UVA. All right, there's one. I'm sure there's others. There are some from Leiden, Groningen. We cannot only have UVA, everyone. Okay, good. More people are typing. 45 of you. Let's go. 20. There's also participants from there. Leiden University. Okay. Wageningen, Maastricht, Redbound. Okay. Everybody, you. All right. Okay, that is a lot. Leiden. So I see a number of Leiden already. And Tilburg. Yes. Okay, with you being able to see the names of these people, make sure that you can also chat with them, all right? Maybe get their numbers before you depart to the Netherlands so that you can already have friends before getting there. Maybe form a clique. Oh, Design Academy from Sandra. That's good. All right, I think we can move on to the next question. Everybody, you can refresh your slides if you can. How do you feel about starting your studies in the Netherlands? If you could, you can refresh your page or scan the QR code in front, okay? Because this is a word cloud, I'd like to see how many feeling what. Is it more people feeling happy or more people feeling nervous? So if possible, go refresh your, there you go, nervous. Why is it the first one, huh? What's going on? Excited, finally. I got two. I got one nervous and one worry. Okay, but that's good. That's good. That means you're not alone, you know? Scared a bit. Yes. Pumped. Same as excited. That's great. Curious. I'm wondering what you're curious about. Maybe that's why you're here today. I hope we can help you with your curiosity there. What else? I'm so glad that excited and nervous are both on the big font. So that means it's a good scary. Okay, more for exciting. Okay, that's good. Nervous. A lot of us are nervous. I'm wondering what you guys are nervous about. You can put it in the chat if you want to share a little bit. No clues. Haven't got. Well, yeah, funding is one of the issue we gotta face, but we understand. Excited, nervous, glad. Thank you. And we also have, okay, that's good. Thank you so much, Chelsea, for the help. Yes, you can refresh your page, and then the AHA Slides tab is just behind the Q&A, right? You can see on the top there, there's chat, polls, Q&A, and then AHA Slides. But it's okay that you're facing these technical difficulties now. But remember, we have a game later on, so make sure that you refresh your page and get an access to the slides, okay? Because we need your participation for that game. All right. Okay, thank you, everyone. I think that settles it. A lot of us are feeling nervous and excited. Good, good. But before we begin, I'm sure that only before we begin the presentation, the Nuffic Southeast Asia team would like to present a remark from our director, Mr. Peter Fantau, because he has a few words that he'd like to share with you as a form of encouragement and congratulations for your new journey. Now let's have a look.
My name is Peter van Tuyl. I am the director for Nuffic in Southeast Asia. I'm very happy to welcome you for this pre-departure. This is the first time that as Nuffic we do a pre-departure for the whole of Southeast Asia. So this is students from Vietnam, from Thailand, from Indonesia, and other ASEAN member states that will participate in this meeting. Very happy to welcome you, and I hope you're not too nervous about your upcoming trip to the Netherlands and starting your studies there. All of you have decided to study in the Netherlands. We're happy, of course, with that. We think that studying in the Netherlands provides a great opportunity to learn, to grow intellectually, but also as a person, to be engaged with the Dutch society, with the European society, and to meet each other, to meet with friends from the Netherlands, but also to meet with other students from other countries in the world. The Netherlands has quite an international atmosphere, and then of course you can travel around a bit in addition to conducting hopefully successfully your studies. We're also pleased always to see that the variety of fields that students from Southeast Asia engage in is really large. We find students working on climate change, on energy transition, on maritime issues, but also social sciences, history, and of course also on legal issues. Interesting and relevant, and in the longer run, we hope you will come back to the region, to your home country, and continue to collaborate with us in our alumni networks. We have significant associations of alumni in Thailand, in Malaysia, in Indonesia, in Vietnam and other countries. And our office is open and welcome to engage with you, to continue to foster the knowledge exchange, but also to engage with the business community. The Netherlands, not many people know this, is the largest European investor in Southeast Asia. So we hope to have fruitful, continued collaboration with you as an alumni after you finish your studies. That is still some time away. For now, pack up your last things, and a pleasant journey to the Netherlands, and a good start of your studies there, and fruitful studies in the 1 or 2 years that you will stay there to come. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant pre-departure to the Netherlands. Thank you.
All right. Now, I hope everyone was inspired by his remarks. So we're welcoming you to a new melting pot in another country. Now, next, one of our Nuffic Southeast Asia theme is Adiba Santosa, she's the Knowledge Community Officer. We'll share a little bit with you a presentation on what exactly should you expect while living and studying in the Netherlands. This is also an opportunity for us actually to share with you regarding the NL community, knowledge community, which is a community that you will be a part of once you begin your journey in the Netherlands. So I'm passing the screen to Ms. Adiba.
Hi, yes, thank you, Astrid. Thank you for the introduction as well. Welcome, everybody, to this virtual pre-departure briefing. My name is Adiba, and I'm the Knowledge Community Officer at Nuffic Southeast Asia. And my presentation will be about living and studying in the Netherlands. And also, I'll explain a bit more to you about the NL Knowledge Community. So as Astrid already touched upon this, we are actually transforming into a regional office. So as of now, we are not called Nuffic NESO Indonesia anymore, but we are merging with the other NESO offices in Southeast Asia into one regional office called Nuffic Southeast Asia. And because of that, our alumni network is also transforming into a NL knowledge community, but I'll explain more to you later on about that. But first, the topics that we will discuss today, which is what to keep in mind before departure, what to do when you arrive in the Netherlands, living in the Netherlands, studying in the Netherlands, and then lastly, the NL knowledge community. So first, the things to keep in mind before you actually go to the Netherlands. Well, the most important thing, of course, is to have all of your paperwork ready. So if you travel to the Netherlands, make sure that you have a hard copy and also a soft copy of these documents, which is a valid passport and a visa, your flight ticket, and your housing agreement. And you will need these documents for your travels. And sometimes at the immigration, they will ask you where you will stay during your time in the Netherlands. So then you are prepared and have the address on hand. And then some other important documents that you will need and that might be necessary for your stay in the Netherlands is, as shown here, a legalized birth certificate, an admission letter of the university plus tuition fee receipts, medical insurance, diplomas or certificates that you already possess, and sometimes also evidence that you have enough money to stay. So for example, bank statements. And these documents, sometimes you will need these documents during your stay in the Netherlands, for example, when you register at your municipality or when applying for a medical insurance. So if you have these paperwork ready, then at least you are prepared for in case you'll need them. Also, when you arrive in the Netherlands around this time of the year, then keep into consideration that the months of August and September are basically the transition from summer to autumn. And the weather, this means that the weather can be very unpredictable with temperatures between, like, let's say 18 to 23 degrees. It can be colder, it can also be hotter. Check the weather app so you know what clothing to pack. And also another tip is to bring some cash with you to start with once you arrive in the Netherlands. So next, our arrival in the Netherlands. So when you have your flight to the Netherlands, then you'll arrive at Schiphol Airport most probably. And this is a slide that basically shows you what to do when you travel with public transport to your city of residence. And of course, there are also other options. So for example, a taxi, or maybe you get picked up by a friend or family member. But in case there are students here in the audience that will travel by public transport from the airport to your city, then this could be handy and could be the first steps to take. So the first step is when you arrive, then you have to pass through immigration and collect your luggage. After that, you can follow the signs that brings you to the train or other public transport platforms. And if you have already an OV chip card, then you should load it with at least 20 euros. If you don't have one, then you can buy one at the service counter or at the vending machines. And lastly, you can check like the screens with all the information, so you know exactly which, where you need to go, which train you have to take, or which bus. And also on this slide, you can see how the OV chip card looks like. There's also a picture of the NS vending machine, so you can buy your OV chip card there or at the tickets and service counter. And then on the right, the pictures on the right are basically the where you have to tap and check in and check out. So always remember to check in and check out. So next, after arrival in the Netherlands, we have a checklist of what to do when you have arrived at your city of residence. It is best to start doing these as soon as possible once you arrive. So before you start with your academic year, sometimes these things that are here on the slide, they take a few days, so it's best to start early. The first thing that you need to do is to register at the municipality to get a BSN number as well. And you will need this BSN number to do other administrative things, such as open a bank account, taking out health insurance, or getting a job or internship position later on in the Netherlands. So this is a very important step and you cannot skip it. Then another tip that we have is to get used to the public transportation, find a bike in case you would like to travel by bike to campus and save some money. Arrange your health insurance. This is also very important, and register with a GP in case you get sick, but I will tell you about that later on. So to stay connected, there are actually, you could buy a SIM card in the Netherlands for your stay. You can buy one at designated phone stores, supermarkets, or even already at the airport. You can also buy it there. And there are many different internet providers. So for example, KPN, T-Mobile, Leica Mobile, Vodafone, Telfort, those are all internet providers. All of this have different price points and options. So just choose whichever fit your needs best. And also, if you don't have a SIM card for the first few days, then that should be fine, since Wi-Fi is fastly available. Then I wanted to move on to some useful apps to have. We categorize them into travel, daily, and food. So the first one is the travel part. The NS app, the yellow one that you see, is for train travel. The 9292 app is for all public transport travel, so bus, metro, trams, they are all included there. Then you can, of course, also use Google Maps and the weather app, since the weather can be quite unpredictable, as I said before. For daily communication, in the Netherlands, most people use WhatsApp to communicate. And then the app next to that is called Canvas. This is an app which most universities use. So you can check your schedule on there, your courses, other relevant information, everything related to your studies. So please make sure that you download that too. And then for food, we have Picnic, which is an app for grocery stores, and Tiki to transfer payments. So next we have, we continue with living in the Netherlands. So I'll discuss with you some topics related to actually living in the Netherlands and some practical things. The first thing is the expenses and cost of living. Of course, this is very, very personal because everybody has other needs and priorities. But I wanted to cover 3 things with you, which is food, transportation, and shopping. As for food in the Netherlands, it is best to, or it's cheapest at least, to do your own groceries and cook by yourself compared to eating out in a restaurant or having takeout. As for public transportation, the average amount for spending is 30 euros per month. This is also, of course, very personal. If you buy a bike, then maybe you won't spend as much for public transport. And then for shopping, the average amount is 16 euros per month, depending on your shopping habit, of course. Then I wanted to explain to you a bit more about healthcare insurance and also about the general practitioner. So these are regarding the healthcare system in the Netherlands. It is very important to note that health insurance is compulsory in the Netherlands. This might be different in the countries that you're from, but in the Netherlands, it is compulsory. And if you don't have one, then you risk getting a fine. So here on the slide, you can also see a link, 2 links actually, to find a GP, because after you have your healthcare insurance, then you need to register at a GP. On these websites, you can find the GP which is closest to you in terms of postal code. And when you're sick, you first go to the GP, and then the GP will then decide whether to send you to a specialist in the hospital. Before you go to the GP, please always make an appointment first. So that was the part about the healthcare. Now we will move on to typical characteristics of Dutch culture. Here on this slide, you can see 4 typical Dutch culture traits, which are that Dutch people are mostly very straightforward. They don't like to sugarcoat it. Then the second one is that they are always on time, to respect others' availability and time. Next, meetings are always scheduled, which means that if, for example, you want to go to the GP, then you have to make an appointment first, and it's not very common to just pay someone a sudden visit. Then the last one is a non-cash transaction. So using your debit card and other forms of e-payments is preferable. And then I also have the next slide about the studying culture in the Netherlands, which is the next slide actually. Yes. So another important aspect of your stay in the Netherlands, or maybe even the important one, is of course the studying. So we would like to prepare you a little bit on that. The way of teaching can be very different from what you're used to maybe. The Dutch teaching style can be described as interactive and student-centered, where students are actually provided with the attention and freedom they need to develop their own opinions and creativity in applying their newly acquired knowledge. So as you can see on the slide, we have 4 aspects of studying written there. The first one is teamwork, which is why most of the courses in the Netherlands also have a group project that you have to work on. The second one is the active interaction. So it's very recommended to ask questions, be interactive, and also critical. This is very encouraged in Dutch academic culture. The third one is the respect we have for each other. So the foundation of a good discussion is to have respect for each other's opinions, even if your opinion differ from each other. And then the next thing is meetings. So after classes, students often study together in the library of the university and other spots and facilities that can also be used for this. As for the next slide, the next slide again. I think we have to. We have some contact information for the embassies in the Netherlands. This might be relevant for some of you. If you need this information, then you can just take a photo or a screenshot. So now I will continue with the second part of this presentation, which is about the NL knowledge community. So I'll keep this part, I'll try to keep this part very short, but I just wanted to highlight that since Nuffic Indonesia is transforming into Nuffic Southeast Asia, we will also transform our NL alumni network into a NL knowledge community. And this might be relevant for you since now you are still pre-departure students, but of course, after your studies, then you will become alumni. And before I'll talk about this transformation further, I will first give you a short overview of how the landscape of international students in the Netherlands look like. Next slide, please. Yes, thank you. In the previous academic year, so 2022 and 2023, 40% of all first-year students at universities were actually international students. So this also means that later on, when you will start your studies in September, you are most likely not the only one in the class who is an international student. Unfortunately, we don't have any numbers about specifically Southeast Asian students, but in total there were around 21,000 students who were from Asian countries, and this number is only expected to grow in the next few years. The top 3 fields that they studied in were law, arts and humanities, and social sciences. The second one is mathematics and physical sciences, and the third one is engineering. So because the number of international students were growing, and also because we had more and more good connections and collaborations with education institutions, we have been trying to maintain a alumni database for years in the past years, and this database had more than 6,500 alumni registered, and this was only in Indonesia alone. For example, the NISO office in Vietnam also had a database, which means that the alumni combined in Southeast Asia are of course far more than only 6,500. But what are actually NL alumni? So right now, you are of course still prospective students who will be starting your studies very soon. Once you have completed your studies, you will become NL alumni, and these are people who have studied or have engaged in academic education and or research in the Netherlands. And on the next slide, you can also see like a short description of the term NL alumni. This also means that, not only bachelor's or master's or PhDs, when they completed their, not only they are called NL alumni, but also, for example, people who have done a short course or a training, they are also, perceived as NL alumni. And with these alumni, we have organized many different activities based on themes, as you can see on the next slide. But also, for example, here on this picture, you can see the King and Queen when they visited Indonesia a couple of years ago. And during these activities, NL alumni were also involved, helped us organize, for example. So they are actively involved in like thematic teams and other activities. But what happens during the transformation? So this year, the NL Alumni Network will transform into an NL Knowledge Community. And as you can see here, it means that we will target a wider group and audience, which is not only alumni, but also students, diaspora, researchers, and of course, Dutch higher education institutes. And this means basically that people who have affiliation of living, working on, and studying in the Netherlands are included in this knowledge community. And with broadening our target, we hope to create an even bigger impact together as a knowledge community, basically. So then I wanted to end with Study in NL. They are actually looking for student ambassadors, and these student ambassadors will share their experiences on social media, on the Study in NL website, in blogs, webinars, and during events and activities. And if you would like to apply, then please, you can go to this website or go to their Instagram, which is @StudyInNL, and there you can find some more information. So that was all from me. If you would like to stay connected, then you can find our social media details here. And also, if you have any questions about this presentation, please join our session, Nuffic Southeast Asia, which will be opened after the Dutch language presentation by ETC. And if you would like to hear stories from alumni and know more about life and studies in the Netherlands, and also about the possibilities after graduation, then you can join the NL Knowledge Community Alumni Session. So thank you all for listening. I'll give the floor back to Astrid again.
All right. No, thank you, Adiba. Listen, the Nuffic and ETC teams are not the only ones who actually want to congratulate you on and wish you luck on your new journey. There are also representatives from the Embassy of the Kingdom of the Netherlands and Netherlands consulates from Brunei Darussalam, Indonesia, and Myanmar first, who want to share a few words with you. Now, let's have a look.
Hello, everyone. My name is Erik Leegjes, Honorary Consul for the Netherlands in Brunei Darussalam. I would like to congratulate all of you on the excellent choice you've made in pursuing a study program in the Netherlands. I think you will find that apart from the high quality of the Dutch educational institutions and programs and the great career opportunities that these can offer you in the future, that living in the Netherlands and connecting with the Dutch people is easy and can be a lot of fun. I wish you all a fantastic time there and hope you will end up loving the Netherlands just as much as I do. All the best.
Dear students, I'm Yvonne Klerks, Education and Science Attaché at the Embassy of the Kingdom of the Netherlands in Jakarta, Indonesia. On behalf of the Embassy, I would like to wish you a very successful stay in the Netherlands and a very successful study. Hopefully this experience will be both on academic level and on personal level very enriching to you. So I wish you good luck with this pre-departure course, safe travels, and I wish you a great stay in our lovely little country. Thank you.
Congratulations from Yangon with your acceptance to study in the Netherlands. Have a great year.
All right. Now, before we head on for our final presentation, there's still the next part is actually we're going to play a little games. It's going to be very, very quick. You should be able to see the poll now, AHA slides. If you still cannot, please try to refresh your page, okay? Because this one we really need your participation, because in this game there will be prizes involved. All right, so if you were sleepy before, you might want to wake up now, because now the session involves some interesting prizes for you. Now, if you're familiar with Kahoot, this is kind of the same like Kahoot, but we're using a different platform. But it should be similar. You just have to answer it correctly, but most importantly, answer it quick. All right, we'll pick 3 winners, and there will be a grand prize, but I'll tell you a little bit later on once we completed the game. All right. Now let's have a look if we've already had that covered. Can anybody see the poll, the slides? If you have not, please type on the chat. All right, can we all see it? Or are we still having issues in accessing the slides? Oh, I mean the game, sorry. There it is. All right, so just a disclaimer, everybody, please write your full name, because if you're a winner and you don't write your full name, we have to go to the next person there. Your full name is the only way for us to verify if you're the correct person to receive the prize. Okay. All right, more people coming in. Let's go. I think there should be more of us. All right, we'll start very soon. These are just fun facts about the Netherlands, so it shouldn't be too hard, but try not to Google the answers. Okay, let's do it with integrity. Okay, full name. All right, I need full names for us to verify. At least the same name that you use during registration. Okay, more people coming in. Very good. We'll open 40. Yeah, there should be more than 40 players. All right, there will be 3 winners, by the way. While you're still putting your names in, there will be 3 winners. The first 2 winners, the 2 winners, basically third and second place, will get OFI chip cards. Okay, there will be 10 euros in it, but obviously, like my colleague said, you need 20, so you might want to fill up the other 10 later on in the Netherlands. The grand prize is actually drum rolls. It's a bicycle. Yeah, the most popular form of transport in the Netherlands. Okay, so answer it right, answer it quickly, and do it with integrity. Okay, are we still waiting for players, or only 71? If there is no more, we will begin, and I'll give another 10 seconds for people to join. If not, I think we can start. Okay, let's give it 1 minute, because there should be a lot more. All right, Haiti. All right. I think we can start A5. All right. For those of you who have not put it in, we apologize, but we'll begin now because we're running out of time. Okay, let's begin. All right. Okay, there are not, hold on. There are actually 9 questions. Okay. All right, the first question, look, the time is ticking, everybody. What is the name of the Dutch royal family? Ooh. Quickly, the fastest, all right? The fastest, if you're quick and you answer it correctly, this is your chance. All right, 7 seconds. No thinking, just do. All right, well done, House of Orange. All right, let's see the next question. Which card do you use for public transport in the Netherlands? If you were paying attention earlier on, you should get this correct. Okay? Man, it's even I'm confused. I don't know which one is this. $16. Correct. Good. Everybody, all of you did pay attention. Let's see the next question. That's good. That's good. Okay, question number 4. What is not a typical Dutch national holiday? Okay, everybody, answer it quickly, okay? Let's not give space to Google the answer, okay? King's Day, Liberation Day, Black Friday, or Sinterklaas. This is important for you to remember because it might be your break. You get another extra holiday. You see, it's good that you remember the countries, the national holidays or any holidays the countries you're going for. It means it's an extra break for you, right? Okay, let's see the answer. And Black Friday. That's correct. Okay, next question. What is the name of the Dutch discount store for household items? Yes, this is good. This is a good fun fact. Actually, even if you get it wrong, it's a good fun fact for you. Okay, I mean, as students, we probably have we gotta save a little bit of money. It's almost the end of the month, that kind of thing. So this one is a hack. Okay. Congratulations, 43 people got it right. Action. That's next question. Who answers IKEA? Okay, let's see the next question. Okay, number 6. This Dutch pastry is only eaten during Christmas and New Year celebrations. All right, which one is it? All right, I know this might be a new fact for you. Don't Google it. Just do it. Just pick one. Okay. All right, 78 has answered. 83. Should be 93 answering now. All right. And the answer is... awesome. All right, next question. Question number 7. The oldest city in the Netherlands is Utrecht, Delft, Groningen. Unfortunately, I cannot pronounce the one next to Delft, so I'm not gonna say it. But some of you might actually be going to one of the cities later on. I hope you've done your research. Right. And that's right. Okay. Next question. I think this should be one of the number 8, the second last. The next queen of the Netherlands is called Princess Amalia of the Netherlands. Is this correct or is this false? All right. Good. 38. Now, is this correct? Okay, 3, 2, 1, and that is true. That is correct. All right, final question. All right, I don't know if some of you can redeem yourself, but final question. Question number 9. Okay, maybe there's a chance to redeem. I'm not quite sure the ladder now. Let's see the final questions. Okay, I'm actually curious who's gonna win. Who's gonna win the bike? Okay, let's take a look at the question number 9. We saved the best for last. What is not a typical Dutch food? I know you already know one of them. If you watch our bumper video earlier, it was one of these was mentioned. Okay, that's a hint. I'm just gonna say it. It was mentioned. One of these was mentioned. All right. The rest, some of it quite straightforward. Right, 10 more seconds, everybody. Look alive. Get ready. And let's see who's the winner in 3, 2, 1. That's right. Sausage is not typical Dutch food. All right. I think that concludes all of the game. And let's see the leaderboard. Congratulations. Gwen from Vietnam. Representing Vietnam, you have won a bike. Congratulations. And Salma and then Sandra next. I think when you did your homework, very good. All right, everybody, congratulations to the winner again. For those of you who won, please make sure that you email us, okay, for your gift at csea.info@nuffic.nl to claim your prizes right after today's briefing. Okay, from there we will try to organize on how to present you the gift. Okay, not only that we have our slide, you think that was fun, we also have another fun thing that we want to show you. This is a wheel of fortune. Okay, first of all, I want to congratulate the first 100 registrant. Okay, only the first 100 registrant to this event can actually join this game. we will pick 3 winners, and then you win a Fifi gift card. This is like a shopping mall voucher. All right. If you're a student, this is great for you. And the first wheel, the first 2 wheels are 25 euro, 25 euro. And the final wheel, the final winner will win 50 euro Fifi gift card. Okay. So this is for 100 registrant only. Let me check. Do we see the name or? Okay. So this is the third winner. Okay, 25. Fariel, congratulations! You just found you just won your 25. Don't forget to email us to claim the prize. All right, let's go to the second winner. Salma, congratulations, Salma. And I think we can move on to the final one. The final winner will get 50 euro Fifi card. Let's spin the final wheel. Okay. I know. I'm so sad that you can't win. We're sorry. Congratulations. Again, winners, don't forget to email us to claim your prizes. Okay, and then after we'll organize it for you. All right, that actually concludes the game. I hope everybody is wide awake. Before we head on to our final presentation, we still have some of our representatives from Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, from the Embassy of the Kingdom of the Netherlands, and Netherlands consulates from the 3 countries to also congratulate you and wish you luck before you embark your journey. Let's have a look at what they have to say.
Hello, good day and warm greetings from Singapore. My name is Anneke Adema and I'm the Dutch ambassador to Singapore and ambassador designate to Brunei. I wish you all good luck for your time in the Netherlands. I hope you really enjoy this opportunity to be able to have a look at the other side of the world, and I sincerely hope you will truly enjoy this experience and bring this experience back and carry with you for the rest of your life. I wish you good luck, study hard, but I also wish you have a very good time and be able to enjoy my country. Thank you.
Sawadee-ka. Goedemiddag, good afternoon to all of you here. Congratulations on your acceptance into a Dutch university. I'm really honored to welcome you in advance to the Netherlands. I know it's not easy to move to a country that might be new to you. It takes courage and I applaud you all for that. I wish you all good luck and an inspiring time studying in the Netherlands. Hopefully we may meet again at an alumni event here in Thailand. Succes en tot ziens.
Hello, my name is Kees van Maar and I'm the Dutch ambassador in Vietnam. You are all going to the Netherlands, my country. I will congratulate that with that because I think that is you did apparently well. Otherwise, you didn't get the opportunity to go there. And the opportunity to go there is also an opportunity to meet other people, say in a different part of the world. I wish you a wonderful experience in the Netherlands and good luck with your studies.
All right, that was really moving, everyone. We hope these messages give you a great send-off. Now, we would like to invite Miss Sally and Miss Dilla from the Erasmus Training Centre to introduce us a bit of information on the Dutch knowledge and Dutch language. Let's call them to the screen.
Hi, good afternoon, Astrid.
Hi.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Mevrouw Dila.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Yes, so thank you so much for having us today. What a lovely afternoon in Jakarta right now. But I don't know, maybe in the Netherlands het is regen. It's raining. Yeah, just put the comments on the chat. What kind of weather at your countries at the moment. So, good afternoon to those who are in Indonesia and Southeast Asia countries, and good morning to those who are in the Netherlands. Thank you so much for having us today. I am Sally Genta from Erasmus Training Centre, and of course, I'm also here with my lovely colleague, whom I specially called with Mevrouw Dila. What's that? How are
Hi,
you?
Sally. I feel old, Sally.
Of your old
You
barum.
called me with Mevrouw. Okay, hi
Okay.
everyone. Nice to be here and thank you for having me here. Yes, my name is Dila. I'm teaching Dutch at Erasmus Jakarta, Erasmus Training Center Jakarta. And yes, I hope I can share something with you today, especially about the Dutch language and a bit about the culture.
Yes, correct. Maybe can we check if you guys see our presentation at the moment? Maybe Mevrouw Dila can see on the chat poll, on the chat box. Mevrouw Dila, can
Yes, I can see the presentation.
Okay, that's good. All right. Because I will take 5 minutes from your session with Prodila, because I'm going to
Please.
introduce about Erasmus Training Center. So this is us. Yeah, Sally and also Dila. And if you're familiar with this picture, this is the Desiderius Erasmus. That's why maybe you are wonder there's so many Erasmus name, Erasmus House, Erasmus Rotterdam, Erasmus Training Center, Erasmus Plus, and vice versa. So maybe it's nice to introduce about the Erasmus Training Center. We are the language institutions who actually provide the Dutch language since 1981. And then in 2019, 17, we are reorganized and we also join collaboration with 3 Dutch universities, VU Amsterdam, Groningen, and also Universiteit Leiden. So what you can see, sorry, what you can see on this slide, this is kind of like 3 pillars that means our education services. So we have the Dutch language. Sorry, I have the back and forth, acculturation, and also the academic courses. Yes, the academic courses, we also have pre-departure programs for those who wants to study in the Netherlands, bachelor, master, and also pre-doctoral. So annually, we organize some programs about academic pre-departure programs in terms of like teaching, learning culture, and academic writing English. And same with the PSD Consortium Indonesia. So we are also prepare you in case if you want to continue your PhD. So yeah, so we are one of the institution who can provide you to have a soft landing in the Netherlands. And next, this is our family, which is our lecturers who teach Dutch language and also some back office staff. Yeah, this is my director, Fons van Oosterhout, me, and finance team, Buyana, and also Bumeeske, educational department, Tara, and also May, and also Mevrouw Dila here. Where are you? Oh yeah, this one. Okay. And this is our lovely building. We are located at the Dutch Embassy compound. And yeah, this is a little bit um, just like a quick information. Maybe you are wondering why sometime learning Dutch also important. Maybe it helps you for the practicalities when you are living in the Netherlands. And of course, in terms of the program, your program will be in English language because you are, I believe, you are admitted as international student in international program. Okay, maybe this is just like a little bit what they said. One of our ETC alumni shared his opinion why learning Dutch maybe it's important or maybe beneficial. So I'm going to play the video. A moment. Okay. Sorry, screen. Yeah. Okay, everyone can see my slide? Yes? You can see my slide, Mevrouw Dila? Ya, oke.
Halo semuanya, saya Andrian Wicaksono, saya mahasiswa TU Delft. Saat ini saya masih belajar bahasa Belanda di kampus dengan menggunakan Delft Method. Belajar bahasa Belanda itu banyak manfaatnya, pakai banget kalau misalnya di sini. Salah satunya yaitu bisa tahu peraturan-peraturan yang ada di sini, baca surat-surat dari bank, dari pemerintah, dan itu kepake banget sih. Hari ini kita muter-muter dulu ya, yuk! Ya, jadi ini salah satu contohnya, artinya mulai dari 8 Juni nggak boleh naruh sepeda karena ada pekerjaan. Jadi karena hari ini cerah banget, banyak orang keluar, makanya pemerintah udah antisipasi, ada peraturan bahwa pejalan kaki harus jalan di kanan. Itu salah satu contoh kecilnya sih, kita bisa ngelihat apa manfaatnya kan bahasa Belanda. Oke, segitu aja, goodbye, sampai bertemu lagi.
Okay, that was it. So with Okay, that's the point of view from Andrian Wijaksono. He actually studied in TU Delft and is already back to Indonesia and back to the work as well. Okay, I will back to share my screen again. Okay, a moment. All right, everyone can see my slide, Mevrouw Dila? Yeah, okay. So this is kind of like a quick information about that sometime, not sometime, why you consider to learn Dutch is also beneficial because every students who go to Netherlands, they can apply Zoekjaar visa. So if you consider to continue your career there, so you can, sometime there is a requirement that you might have to speak Dutch a little bit. And also it helps you for the practicalities, and also as an international student it's necessary that you also integrate with the culture in terms of the society and also the language. Okay, but fret not, because we also have the online and offline courses, particularly for the Dutch language. So, for those who are living in the Netherlands, you can still join our Dutch courses via online through the Zoom platform. And then we also run some kind of special prize for you to purchase the book, because we are in partnership with one of the publisher, NCB Uitgeverij. So you are going to pay the book in euro, and then we will arrange the book through the post NL, and also you can immediately register through our website. And this is what you see, it's in Indonesian rupiah course fee, so 2,550,000 rupiahs. So yeah, maybe after you arrive there, and then you can consider after a few months you want to join Dutch courses. Yeah, because I think I can say it's affordable rather than join the Dutch language course in the Netherlands. So just please remember us, and you can reach us through the WhatsApp or website erasmustrainingcenter.com. Yeah, this is what does it look like, because we start the online course since 2020. All right, this is how to reach us. You can follow our Instagram, it is _Jakarta. You can add me through the WhatsApp, and yeah, that's it, I guess. Thank you so much. Okay, I will get this back to you with Mevrouw Dila. Maybe Mevrouw Dila can say something before I'm about to preparing your slide at the moment.
Thank you, Sally. So let me say it one more time. Thank you so much for having me here. So today, basically, I will give you a bit about Dutch language and culture. I bet all of you, many of you, know already the culture of Dutch people. And maybe also some of you already learned Dutch before or know some words in Dutch, especially maybe the Indonesian, because we have some many words from the Dutch language. So Dutch is easy, And I hope by the end of my session, I will convince you all that Dutch is easy and is very beneficial for you to learn Dutch, especially when you are there in the Netherlands yourself. Like Sally said before, previously, maybe you will not need Dutch language for your study. You all gonna use English most of the time at the university. But yes, it will be good. It will be great if you can speak the language, so you can see or you can read easily the information board. If there is news on TV or on the street, you see some board or things like that at the station. It will be easier for you if you know the language. Okay, should we start, Sally? Yes. So my name is Dila. I'm a Dutch teacher. I teaching Dutch at the Erasmus Training Centre since 2006. It's been quite a long time, and I give most of the time Dutch to the basic classes. So we have some 3 levels here at ETC Jakarta, and I give most of the time courses to the basic classes. So our basic classes, we call it Basic 1, Basic 2, and Basic 3. And if you're familiar with the ERK, that's a kind of maybe you can call it like the TOEFL score or the IELTS score for the English language. So in Dutch, for basic classes is the level for us here in Jakarta at ETC is A1 to until A2. Okay. I will introduce myself. I will try to introduce myself in Dutch. Ja. Oké, mijn naam is Dila. Ik ben docent Nederlands op Erasmus Training Centre Jakarta. Ik geef Nederlandse les voor basisklas groepen. En ik geef les sinds 2006. Oké. En kita coba, we gaan nu proberen. We are going to see. We're going to try for go to the first slide, Sally. All right, this is the first slide. We are not going to the language first. We are going to see some culture side about the cultures. Even though at the beginning, I bet you already heard from Adiba and from the rest of my friends here about the culture. I try to give you some more. When you are in the Netherlands, you will see a lot of orange color, especially during the King's Day, where they have it in April. But why is it orange? Yeah, so this is actually coming from refers to the House of Orange-Nassau, the royal family. The person called Erasmus van Oranje-Nassau we can call it also the father of the fatherland. That's where the word orange of Oranje coming from. So now the color orange we can call it as the color of the Netherlands. Yes, Sally? We can go to the next slide?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So I bet you already know the typical Dutch people, their characteristic, and how to, if you want to be friends with them, or you can learn about the culture. So be on time. So all Dutch people, they are all on time. Yes, don't be late. If you make appointment with Dutch people, so please be on time. And they like to talk about the weather. So if you see people or you want to start a conversation with Dutch people, you can always talk about the weather. As you might maybe know, the weather in Netherlands, they're changing a lot, right? So every day in the morning, it can be sunny. And later on, in 2 hours later, it can be rainy. So it's never wrong to start a conversation about the weather, okay? And when we talk about the food culture, how they eat bread, yes, and they eat bread like almost every day on every meal, in the morning, for lunch, or if for dinner. That's always bread. And they have only we call it, or they call it, warm eaten. Warm eaten is like what do you call it? Yes, Sally? Is it like you eat warm only at dinner in the
Oh,
Netherlands? Yeah. So in the morning, or in the lunch, during the lunch, they usually get something easy, very simple, just bread with cheese. Yeah, broodje. They call it a broodje. And then don't forget to make appointment. Appointment is very important. Don't forget, if you want to meet, even though maybe it's your close friend, it's never wrong to make appointment first. It's really appreciated if you can make appointment first. And this is very important. Dutch people, they are very direct. They have opinion on everything, and they will, even though it's bad or it's good, they will always mention what they say, what they have in mind. And you don't need to get irritated. Well, sometimes it is irritated, but that's the way they communicate. So don't get insulted because they just say what they think. And yes, for greeting, this is a bit maybe different from other country. They give like 3 times kissing on the cheek if
yeah.
for greeting, if you meet people there. So sometimes it's a bit awkward if you're not familiar with this culture, because most of the countries we only give like 1 or 2, and then Dutch people will go on until 3. So don't stop until it's 3. Okay. And bicycle, that's important. I heard somebody win a bicycle now. That's gonna be very useful when you arrive in the Netherlands, because everybody in the Netherlands, they have a bike, at least one bike, and you bike everywhere you go. Yes, that's why Dutch people usually are very healthy. And for visit, if you go on visit somebody, it's very common if you bring a flower or a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. Mevrouw, I have a question actually. Sorry to
Yes,
interrupt a little bit, because there's
that's
like
okay.
greet one another kissing on altar 3 times, But maybe you can elaborate a little bit, because if there's someone we just met the first time, should we give this kind of gesture, or we just shake hand, or this kind of the 3 times kissing on cheeks, it's only for those who like more familiar or like close friends?
Yes, that's a good question, actually. Yeah, because yes, the first time before we go on kissing each other cheeks, usually we give hands. Yes. Well, me myself, basically, I always see the gesture from the person who I meet. If
Yeah.
they start like leaning their body to us, yes. But if I can suggest, maybe yes, first just give your hand.
Yeah. Okay,
Mhm.
thank you so much. Because though every time I receive those kind of questions, what if just the first time I met someone, and then like should I kiss on the cheeks
That's
three
never
times?
wrong. Just give your
Yeah.
hand. That's safe. Just
All
give your
right.
hand.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next slide. Yeah.
Yes, please. Yes. For now, we go a bit to the language part. Like small talk about the weather that we already had in our previous slide. And yes, Dutch people, they in their daily communication, they always like also to give, or they always say their proverbs or saying. uh, like in English, maybe like the apple, they don't fall far from the tree. They also have it in the Dutch, that kind of thing. They use that in their daily conversation. And for you guys who already knows a bit about Dutch, and hear a lot Dutch people talking, you may be also familiar about this things you call in the language diminutive, or the what do you call it? Yeah, they like to make ch of y at the end of the words of the noun usually. So I give you an example. For example, ga je mee een biertje drinken? That's when someone asks you to go with him to or her to drink a beer. The word itself is actually beer, but they like to put at the end like a biertje. Like the second sentence, kindje, the actual word is actually kind or a child, but they will add y at the end. You're gonna hear it a lot in the Netherlands. People like to put ends of ch of y at the end of the word, even with the name. Like Sally and me, at the office, sometimes we call each other like a Sally Chef, and I call my other friends with at the I at you. What does it mean? Sometimes if we feel comfortable already with someone, we already feel close to that person, we can add that ch at the back. And it's also for objects or for noun, for things that we can see. If we put ch at the back, usually it refers to the size. So maybe if I say biertje, it's like let's get just a bit of beer, you know, something like that. All right, Sally, now we can go to the next slide.
Okay.
I have some words here that you also going to hear a lot in the Netherlands. People, Dutch people will like mention or say these words a lot. That maybe it's good for you to remember these words. Like the first one is lekker. Lekker is delicious or yummy. So it goes mostly for food. Yeah, so lekker. And then gaaf. Gaaf is like cool. Yeah, if you see something cool, you can say, oh, gaaf. And super. Super is super. Yes, like great. And you can put it together with other words usually. Yes, like super lekker. Super lekker means like very, very delicious. And then a woordje or the word mooi. Mooi means beautiful. Yes, you can also say if someone say or someone show you something, a picture, you can also say mooi, mooi. And the last two, I saved the last two, like gezellig, the word gezellig and leuk. These two words are probably the most favorite words that Dutch people say. Leuk, it's nice. You can say it for a situation. Yeah, if someone say that I just arrived from vacation in Bali. Oh, look. You can always say, oh, look. How nice. And gezellig. Yeah, this word is a must word that you guys need to know. Gezellig, because Dutch people love to say this word, gezellig. And if you ask me what does it mean, it's a bit difficult to explain what it means, because gezellig is nice when but it's most of the time, not most of the time, but you say it for a situation. Yeah, so you don't say it for something that you can see or an object. No, you don't say gezellig for those things, but it's like when you see people gathering together, they're chatting, they're eating together, like drinking, and then you can feel the situation is gezellig. Yes, do you have an English word for that?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Yeah, so that's kind of thing when you say gezellig, when you see something, a situation, is very comfy, very nice, then you can say, wow, gezellig. Yes? Okay. We go to the next slide. Now, the countries that speak the language, that speak Dutch, of course, Netherlands, the biggest one, and then you also know a part of Belgium. At the northern part of Belgium, they also speak Dutch. It's mostly the same Dutch like the one the Netherlands have, but some words may be different. How they pronounce things might be different, and they call it either Dutch or they also call it Vlaams. The language itself, they call it Vlaams. Because that part in Belgium, at the northern part where they speak Dutch, we call it Vlaanderen. Yes, Vlaanderen, that's where the word Vlaams coming from. And the rest, you can see yourself, the rest, the 4 other countries that speak Dutch in the slide. Yes, Sally? Okay, now let's start a bit about the language itself. Of course, when you arrive in the Netherlands, you need to know the basic Netherlands, yeah? How to greet people, how to introduce yourself. We can start from greetings. In Dutch, we call it begroeten. Yes. Do you hear me saying the yeah every time? That's also you need to practice the from the Dutch people. Yeah, it's coming from your throat. So begroeten. The very simple way, just like in English, you also have it. Hello. You can also say hello in the Netherlands. And dag. The second one is dag and hoi. These 3 is the common one. Yeah, so when you know these 3, you are safe. Hello, dag, hoi when you meet people. Yeah, and the next one, Sally. This is also part of greetings, specifically when you say it. When do you say it in the morning? What do you need to say when you meet people in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening? So I will try to pronounce it. I will try to say it. It's goedemorgen, goedemiddag, and goedenavond. Some people pronounce the letter D, goedemorgen, goedemiddag, goedenavond. And some people pronounce it as goedemorgen, goedemiddag, goedenavond. That's also correct. So it's a matter of your preference. Okay, Sally?
Yes.
Okay, now introduce yourself. Of course, when you arrive, this is the first thing you're gonna do. People will ask your name, or you need to introduce yourself in front of a class, maybe a group of people. So it's very important for you to familiar with these words or this sentence. Yes. What is your name? Hoe heet je? That's the very common one. Who, if you want to ask someone's name. And how to answer it, you can always use ik ben, or you can also use mijn naam. For your information, if you see letter E and J in the Dutch, maybe you can point to the mijn, Sally?
Yeah.
Yeah. So E and J, sorry, I and J, you will see a lot in Dutch words, and you pronounce it as A. Yeah, so when you see that word, I read it as mine, my naam, my name. Yeah, ik ben Dila, I am Dila, mijn naam is Dila, my name is Dila. Yeah, it's almost the same with English, so no worries. We can go to the next slide, Sally.
Okay. Oh, before that, I just wondering if there is someone like ask you Hetje. So it's supposed to be ik ben, it's good, or use the my name is also good, or there is any alternative sentences for that, mevrouw?
Yes. So that's true. I can maybe put it one more over there. You have ik ben Dila. My name is Dila. You can also say ik hate. Yeah,
Okay.
just like the question at the top, at the left side, you see the question who hate. Yeah, you can also answer it with ik hate. Ik hate Dila. And if you ask me which one is better, you can use every sentence in every occasion. Yeah, so it's just the same. You can use those three, either informal or informal situation.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Mm-hmm. The second question, usually people will ask, where do you come from? Yeah. And this is the question. In Dutch, they usually ask you, waar kom je vandaan? Waar kom je vandaan? Yeah. Where do you come from? Ik kom uit Indonesië. And I give you at the below, there are also other country names, South Asian country names. You can also use. Ik kom uit Thailand. Ik kom uit Singapore. Yes. And you can just put the name of your country. What is a bit difficult maybe for you guys to pronounce the word uit. Maybe you can point, Sally, to that word. Usually,
Okay.
if I teach in the classroom, people usually have difficulties to pronounce this word. The U and the I together, it's pronounced as I. Yeah, ikom uit. Ikom uit Indonesia.
Not
No
clear.
worries. When you arrive there, you're gonna use with this pronunciation. Yeah.
Okay.
Sally, we can go to the next slide.
All right.
Okay, now about your where do you live? Your address, where do you live? Waar woon je? Waar woon je? Ik woon in Amsterdam. Ik woon in Utrecht. Ik woon in Rotterdam, for example. In Leiden, in Groningen. Ja, ik woon. Next. This, you are going to hear this a lot also. Wat studeer je? What do you study? Ik studeer rechten. Ik studeer biologie, bijvoorbeeld. For example. Ik studeer Nederlands. I learn Dutch. So, ik studeer. I study. Sally? By the end of a conversation, when you want to say goodbye, so how do you say it in Dutch? These are some examples that you can use. You can use tot straks, tot zo, tot maandag. Maandag is a name of a day. It's Monday. If you will see that person in a particular or in a specific date or days, you can mention the days, of course. Tot zondag, Sunday, for example. Or you can use again the word dag. So if you see the word dag at the beginning of my presentation, when you see people, when you meet people, you can say dag. You can also use this word if you want to say goodbye. Yeah, so dag is very easy. You just memorize this word, then it can be used in every, not in every occasion, but when you meet people, you can say dag. When you are about to leave, you can also say that. So you are safe. Doei, that's also common, very common. Doei and then tot ziens. Tot ziens is like see you again. Okay, so you can use all of this if you want to leave or you already finished with your meeting. Okay. Yep. The next one. All right. So this might be interesting for you to know about the number. How do you say it in Dutch? Maybe for any other language also. If you already know number 1 until 10, then you are fine. Yeah. In Dutch also, if you at least know number 1 until 10, Maybe I will put 11 and 12 also, maybe because they have their own name for that. You are safe. So I will try to say this number in Dutch, to read this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, you can also learn it yourself at home. Maybe I forgot to tell you, but in Dutch, what is written and what do you see is what you pronounce. Yeah, so it's easy. And if you see double vocals in the word, like number 2 there, you need to pronounce it a bit longer. Yeah, like number 2, you don't say it twee, but you make it a bit longer, like twee. Yeah, and I don't have any other words here, but maybe if you know, can you give ideas for me, Sally? Things that with two
Oh,
vocal.
five with a.
5 is not two vocals. Okay, we have the word boom,
Oh,
B-O-O-M. So we don't call it bomb, but we read it or we pronounce it as boom. Boom.
okay.
You need to stretch it a bit. Yes. Every time you see double vocals, then you need to stretch it a bit.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the number. Now we can go to the next slide. Okay. Let's try. I'll give you a bit of already about Dutch language. Yeah. Now we are going. No, I made some questions together with Sally. Sally helped me to make the questions. I'm gonna show you how easy Dutch is, even though you all only like having less than 10 minutes, right? 10-minute session from me just now. But I bet these following questions, you can already answer it correctly. Yeah, that's how I'm going to convince you Dutch is easy.
Yeah, but
Okay, Sally, maybe you can, yes, you can explain a bit. How are we
oh,
gonna do this?
okay. So on how you can, so there's like a 5 questions afterwards because we are going to practice a little bit to make sure is Netherlands really easy or not for you. So when you are drop your questions, you are going to choose one of the three options, and then you are going to put onto the chat box through the poll. So Hawari or Amy will help us to publish the question and also the answer, and then you just like immediately choose what the correct answer that you think, and then Mevrouw Dila will explain and release what exactly the correct answer of each questions. Correct, Mevrouw?
Yes.
Okay, so we are going to start for the
Yes. So
yeah.
we start. I hope everybody understand how it works. Okay, let's try. Okay, let's just try. There's nothing good or wrong here. If you do some mistake, that's okay. This is also maybe for us the first time we do this. So let's see. Yeah, we go to the first question.
Questions.
Everybody's ready. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we're going to start with question number 1. We already learned about numbers, just a bit. One slide about numbers. I'm going to give you a question about number. So, if 5 is 5 in Dutch and 20 is 20 in Dutch. So, when we want to say 25, it will be 5 and 20. Yeah. And if 3 is 3, so 23 will be 3 and 20. Do you see the pattern now? Yeah, I bet you see the pattern now. Now my question is, how do you write out, how do you say 27 in Dutch? You can start the poll. Let's see.
Okay, maybe we can count in 10 seconds, but there is like some kind of delay little bit, Mafrodila, so we
Yes,
just
it's
have
okay.
to stretch a little bit the time. Okay, you can answer from now from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time is up.
Yes. Okay, I already have the report here. So most of almost 100, do I see it correctly, Sally? It's almost 100% people answer A.
Yeah, I think
Zeven
so.
and Twen- 27. Wow, heel goed. That's how I say it if someone answer correctly. Heel goed, heel goed. Yes, it is. It is 27. So if you see the pattern, how do you say or how do you write number in Dutch? So you always start from the back. Yeah, you
Okay,
start
yeah.
from the back and then you put N, A-N, that means N, atau dan bahasa in bahasa,
And
and you
yeah.
put the puluhan. What do you call puluhan in English? Yeah, so you put the 20 at the front. All right, good. Goed gedaan. We go to the
Okay.
second question. We already talked about the word gezellig at the beginning. Now, I have three pictures here, picture A, picture B, and picture C. Which of one of this picture represent gezellig? What do you think is that? Which one is that? Is that A, or is that B, or is that C?
Okay, you can start answer now from 10, 9, 8, 7,
I
6,
see A people is like
5,
very frustrated doing an exam.
4, 3, 2, 1, and time is up.
Let's
Okay.
see. Yes. Another goed gedaan. Yes, we have most of the people, 86.7% choose for B. It is B, yes. So, Ghazela, that's what I explained in the beginning. So, that's exactly the kind of situation where you can use the word gezellig, yeah? When you see people like sitting together, eating, drinking, talking, oh, what gezellig. Thank you. We go to the third question.
Okay,
Super,
be
super,
ready.
guys.
All right.
That is easy, no?
Yeah, think so.
Yes, we go to question number 3. Okay, some Dutch words are similar to English. So when you master English, it's not gonna be a problem for you to learn Dutch. They have the same meaning and they have the same spelling even, yeah? So which do you think they are? I have 3 groups of words that's also English and also Dutch. Which do you think? Is it A, B, or C? Let's see.
Okay, from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. Now here we are quite having some almost equal percentage for every, but let me check. So, oh, wait. 40.9% chose A and 36.4 chose B and 22.7 chose for D. The correct answer is actually C.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so school in English, in Dutch is also school. You write it the same, but you pronounce it differently. It's school.
School. Okay.
The same meaning, yes, it's the same meaning. And then bus is also in Dutch. We pronounce it, or they pronounce it as bus, met de bus. Yeah? And shampoo, Shampoo is also, in Dutch we call it shampoo. Also, only the pronunciation is a bit different. Yes, but basically the same meaning also. Okay, we go to the next one. Question number 4. You don't have basic Dutch at all, but I bet you can answer this. We have a picture of a man drinking milk. And how do you say it in Dutch? Is it A, is it B, or is it C?
All right, you can answer from now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, time up. Okay, let's see.
15 more seconds.
All right, little bit.
Oh, need a bit time to process.
Okay.
That's okay. You can, yeah. Like I said before, many words are similar to English, yeah. So you can pick up from the English words, and then you just change it a bit, and you voila, you have it, the Dutch sentence. Okay, I have the result already.
Okay.
Yes, 95% people chose for B. It is indeed B. Ik drink een glas melk. That's how you read this sentence, yeah? Ik drink een glas melk. So, drink, in English you drink. In Dutch also you say drink. And glass, yeah, is glas. And melk, milk is melk. Yes, Sally, you can go to the next slide, please.
Okay, the last questions. Be ready?
The last one, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
The colors. Now, I have the Dutch flag here. And now the colors. What do you mention? The colors. How do you mention the name of the colors in Dutch? Okay, is red, white, and blue. We all know. In English, how about in Dutch? Is it A, is it B, or is it C?
Yeah. I think those options using the Dutch language, mevrouw, for the colors. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. From
Let's see.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Too bad we don't have any prizes for this one, yes, Sally?
Yeah.
Next time, guys.
Yeah, but at least we give a free station about Dutch language, so you know already before you departing to in the Netherlands.
True.
So
Correct.
it's good.
Do we have the result already?
Okay.
Okay, let's check. It's rood with blauw. Yes, most people, 95% chose for A. It is correct. It's rood for red, wit for white, and blauw for blue. See?
Okay.
Right? Is that our last question, Sally?
Yeah, I think so. This is the last question. Only 5? Oh,
Yes.
okay. Yeah.
Yes, only 5.
Okay, only 5.
So, yes. See? I hope I can convince you guys how easy Dutch is, right? So you don't have basic at all. You just have 5 minutes or 10 minutes with me during this session. But looking at the result of the answers that you guys did, it was promising.
Okay. All right. We move to another slide.
Is that the end of our?
No, there is like one more.
All right, so that's about the language. Now, I think this is gonna be my our last slide from ETC. All right, so you guys going to the Netherlands? It's a different kind of culture. Everybody knows it. We are all from Asia, Southeast Asia. We have quite different culture than the Dutch people. But when you go there, the Netherlands is a very open country, yeah, as you know it. Every opinion are welcome. There is no discrimination. I mean, all people from all around the country, they are all welcome there. So once you are there, please also bear in mind that you need to compete with each other. So be brave, proactive. Don't be afraid to ask questions. There is nothing called stupid question. All questions are great, are good. There is no stupid question. Yeah. To your peers, to your friends, to your lecturers, your professor, just ask question if you don't understand. Okay, and make a lot of friends, because you don't only learn from the classroom or in the classroom, you also learn from each other. Well, yes, to see from my experience, I think I learn more with friends than I learn more in the classroom. Okay. So, and then be on time. That's what I said before. Be on time. Be in the class on time. Everything, not only in the classroom. Appointment with all of your with everybody. Just be on time. Agenda is on. Always remember to keep your agenda. Use your phone. Everybody, I think now nobody use agenda, written agenda anymore, I bet. So everybody has their own agenda in the mobile. Okay. I don't know whether this is already mentioned or not yet, but yes, most of the shops in the Netherlands, they are already closed at 6. So bear in mind that if you need to buy grocery shopping, just do it before 6 o'clock. Yes, otherwise you need to go to the next day. Don't forget to lock your bike. Yep. The Netherlands is not just like everywhere else. There's always bad people, of course. Yeah. So always lock your bike to make sure it's safe. And then, yeah, for us Asian, coming from the Asian countries, maybe we are a bit worried about are we going? Is it easy to get Asian food there? Yes, it is easy. Asian food, Asian shops, there are a lot of them in the Netherlands. So don't worry. I think this one, the last one, is already mentioned. So always have your student card, yeah, because you have a lot of benefits when you use it. Okay. I think that's all from my side, from ETC side. For the closing, I'm gonna give a congratulation for all of you. In Dutch, we say gefeliciteerd, and veel succes. Good luck in the Netherlands, and enjoy your time there. So remember, also bring a lot of experience back in the country. Not only from the classroom, not only from the university. It's from, you can learn from everything, from everyone there. Oké, good luck guys, veel succes en gefeliciteerd nogmaals. Dankjewel.
Dankjewel, tot ziens.
Tot ziens.
Yeah, back to the MC, Astrid.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Dylan and Ms. Sally. That was very, very helpful. All right, everyone, that actually concludes the pre-DAP briefing. Hold on, just the briefing. We're now going to head on to the session. If you're confused what it is, look at your right-hand side. You're now on the stage. All you have to do is just to press the sessions button. And in there, you will actually find a number of student associations from, if I'm not wrong, Malaysia, Vietnam, Thailand, and Indonesia. If you're from one of those countries, go into that session room. But if you're not to worry, because there are also 2 rooms for alumni, and also we've prepared another room from Nuffic Southeast Asia as well. Okay, for the alumni session, there is my colleague, Ms. Adiba Santos is going to be in there, and the remaining of you can choose whichever rooms you would like, but there are a total of 6, and you're free to go to those room sessions. With that, we actually conclude the stage. Thank you so much for attending, and I think your respective student associations members are already waiting for you in that session. So go ahead and press the sessions button. Once again, thank you, everyone. Have a great discussion ahead in the sessions.